Hello, viewers. I'm Mr. Dilip Kumar Pal. Stand before you with short notes of environmental ethics, which is chapter 1 of Ethics and Values paper of plus 3 6th semester. And environmental ethics is chapter 1 of Ethics and Value paper of plus 3 6th semester. And the name of the paper is Environmental and Technoethics. I have already discussed some short notes of environmental ethics in part 1 video, and today I will discuss some more short notes of environmental ethics in its part 2 video. But before I discuss short notes of environmental ethics in its part 2 video, I want to inform my viewers that my channel name is Dilip Kumar Pal 9375, where you will find plus 2 level videos and plus 3 level videos. So far as plus 2 level is concerned, political science videos of plus 2 first year and plus 2 second year are found in this channel, both in English and Odia. And so far as plus 3 level is concerned, from plus 3 first semester to 6th semester, ethics and values. From plus 3 first semester to 6th semester, politics honors. And political science general elective videos from plus 3 first semester to 2nd semester. And environmental studies video of plus 3 first semester is found in this channel. I want to inform my viewers that any video on any topic you want, just write my name Dilip Kumar Pal and the name of the topic in Google or YouTube. You'll get both in Odia and English version video. Let us start. Environmental ethics, which is chapter 1 of plus 3 6th semester ethics and value, its second part. So the first short question will take up biosphere. What is biosphere? Biosphere means in which part of earth life exists. What is biosphere? Biosphere means in which part of the earth life exists. In all part of the earth, life is not possible. In which part of the earth life is possible, that part is known as biosphere. In biosphere, from microbes and bacteria to mammals exists. So biosphere means in which part of the earth life exists. In all part of the earth, life does not exist. In which part of the earth life exists, it is known as biosphere. In biosphere, from microbes and bacteria to mammals are found in the biosphere. Life from microbes and bacteria to mammals, life exists. So we are clear about the meaning of biosphere. Number 2, lithosphere. What is lithosphere? Lithosphere means hard element around the earth. Lithosphere means hard element around the earth. Lithosphere has 3 layers. Its thickness is around 100 kilometers. The uppermost layer of lithosphere is crust. Just below crust is mantle. Just below mantle is core, which is very hot. Its temperature ranges from 3500 degrees Celsius to 6000 degrees Celsius. So what is lithosphere? The hard element around the earth is known as lithosphere, and the thickness of lithosphere is around 100 kilometers. And lithosphere has 3 layers. Its uppermost layer is crust. Just below crust is mantle. Just below mantle is core. And core is very hot. And in the core, temperature ranges between 3500 degrees Celsius to 6000 degrees Celsius. So we are clear about the meaning of lithosphere. Now we'll take up difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. What is the difference between renewable resources and non-renewable resources? Renewable resources are those which can be replenished or fill up again in the natural process. Renewable resources are those resources which can be replenished or fill up again by the natural process. Examples are wind, tide, sunlight, etc. On the other hand, non-renewable resources are those which cannot be replenished or fill up again by the natural process. Diesel, coal, petrol, etc. are its examples. So, renewable resources means those resources which can be replenished or fill up again in a natural process like wind, tide, sunlight. Non-renewable resources are those which cannot be replenished or fill up again in a natural process. They are limited. Petrol, diesel, coal, etc. are non-renewable. So we are clear about the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. Now we'll discuss biogenetics. What is biogenetics? Biogenetics is the plus of two words like biology and genetics. Biology means it is the plus of two words like bio means life and ology means study. So biology means study of living organisms. Genetics means study of genes. So biogenetics means study of genes of living organisms, especially how genes of living organisms are passed from parents to offsprings. Biogenetics is otherwise known as genetic engineering. So what is biogenetics? Biogenetics is the plus of two words. One is biology, other one is the genetics. Biology again is the plus of two words. One is bio, means life. Ology means study of. So biology means study of living organisms. Then what is genetics? Genetics means study of genes. So biology means study of genes of living organisms, especially how genes of living organisms are passed from parents to offsprings. Biogenetics is otherwise known as genetics engineering. So we are clear about the meaning of biogenetics. Now take up biogenetics manipulation. What is biogenetics manipulation? It means it is the modification of an organism's genes using technology. So biogenetics manipulation means it is the modification of genes of a living organisms by a technology. It used to develop and modify living organisms by altering their DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid, whose smaller part is gene, allowing scientists to introduce new traits or enhance existing ones by adding, removing or modifying specific genes, especially programming the organism to exhibit desired characteristics that would not occur naturally through traditionally breeding methods. So biogenetics manipulation means by means of a technology, the genes of an organism will be altered. And by changing the genes of an organism, changes will be brought in an organism, which is otherwise not possible in traditionally breeding method. Then we'll discuss bioethics genetic manipulation. Bioethics genetic manipulation. It means when genes of an organism like animals, including human, plants and microbes will be changed, many ethical and moral matters must be considered. Bioethics genetic manipulation means whenever an attempt will be made to change genes of an organism, it will not be made blindly. Many ethical matters must be considered. It should not be made blindly, like side effects of genetically modified organisms, health cost resulting from the consumption of genetically modified foods must be considered. Bioethics genetic manipulation means whenever attempts will be made to change genes of an organism, many ethical matters must be considered. Like, like, like side effects of genetically modified organisms. Whenever changes will be made in the genes of an organism, it must be considered its side effects. Then health cost resulting from the consumption of genetically modified foods must be considered. Then whenever the genes of an food item, when genes of an plant will be modified, then what will be the health cost of it if there will be problem? Health cost resulting from consumption of genetically modified foods must be considered. By consuming the genetically modified foods, what will be the health problem? It must be considered. So, bioethic genetic manipulation means whenever attempt will be made to change genes of an organism, many ethical matters must be considered, like side effects of genetic changes or alteration, then health costs which may come by consuming genetically modified food, etc. will be considered. Then we'll take up bioethics. What is bioethics? It is a plus of two words, like bio means life, ethics means what is right and wrong. Bioethics is a plus of two words. One is bio, means life. Ethics means what is right and wrong. So bioethics means deciding if it is okay to use a new medicine on someone. So bioethics means it is a plus of two words. One is bio, other one is ethics. Bio means life. Ethics means what is right and wrong. So bioethics means deciding if it is okay to use a new medicine on someone. So bioethics means whenever a new invention will be made, it must be considered whether it is okay to apply the new medicine on any organism. Bioethics is a branch of ethics. Bioethics is a branch of ethics. Bioethics consider carefully about the right thing to do when it comes to science and medicine, especially when there are new discoveries or treatments that could affect people's health. So bioethics says whenever a new invention will come, whether it will be okay or whether it will be right to apply that new medicine on an organism. Bioethics consider carefully about the right thing to do when it comes to science and medicine, especially when there are new discoveries on treatments that would affect people's health. Whenever a new discoveries will be made, it must be considered carefully whether it will be right to use this new invention on organism or not. It considers following things. Whenever a new medicines will come, whenever a new invention will be made in the field of medicines, many things must be considered. Many ethical matter will be considered. So what ethical matter must be considered? Number one, it is considered new medical advancements are used to help people or not, and not hurt them. Whenever a new invention will come, it must be considered whether it will help to people or it will hurt people. Number two, sometimes doctors and family members consider together what is best course of action for patient. Then whenever a new techniques will come, both the doctors and family members will sit together and consider what will be the best course of action for the patients. Or whenever any treatment will be made to the patient, doctors and family members will sit and decide what will be the best course of action for the patient. Number three, how to treat animals and other living organisms when doing experiments. It must be considered that whenever any experiment will be made on any organisms, it must be considered how they will be treated. How to treat animals and other living organisms when doing experiments. Whenever experiments will be made on animals or any organisms, how to treat them, it must be considered. So, in environmental ethics, part 2 video, I have discussed again 7 short notes. In environmental ethics, part 3 video, which will come later on, I'll discuss some more short notes. So I request my viewers to subscribe so new videos will come to you. And aware of your friends, those who are in +2 and +3 about this channel. So some students will be benefited. Remember, a little help to anybody will not go in vain. It is a symptom of a human being and which we must keep up. Thank you. Have a good day.